My name's Phil, and I have aphasia. But my goal is to talk about other people's stories too. Remember, it's your voice. There's no way around it. The only way to get better is to practice. Now, you don't have to be like me, but you need to be able to talk and listen to other people's stories too. Like this one right here. Chelsea. She was my speech teacher. I have a lot of speech teacher, but she's the one I talk about the most. She was really cool. I like to talk to her a lot, as much as I was. And she's like, what do you want to do? And I think most people said the same thing, like, I want to get better to speak and talk, like everybody else, like that. I want to be better. And I understand that, but what do you want to do? I never thought about it at the point, but I said, you know what I do? I want to write a book about the fact that I have aphasia. No, it was aphasia at the time. Whatever I said, but I know I wrote a book. I still didn't know what aphasia was. I just knew I wanted to write a book for all my ventures and all the stuff that happened to me before the fact I got to Dayton, Ohio. And a lot of funny things that happened to me. But that's another story. So she said, all right, well, if you want to do that, how about this? She said, when you go back home, go see if you can read and write. I said, okay. Made sense to me. So when I got home, I was saying, I could say A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So I know how to count and do numbers like that. But then she said, I remember she saying, we're able to write with your right hand, letters and stuff like this. And you know what? I couldn't do it. I couldn't understand what to write letters. Numbers, like, wow. I looked at a challenge because I know that I wanted to do this. I was like, all right, well, that's something else I got to talk about because I don't able to read and write. And that's when I found out reading and writing are two different things. I didn't know that. I mean, why would you know that? When you're young, reading and writing is the same thing in your mind, read and write, but it's not. For me, it's not. And I want everyone to know this. When I say it happened to me, it happened to me. If your story should be different, but for me, reading and writing and a bunch of other things was hard. So I don't know, it was next week or something like this, and Chelsea's like, and I found out you're right, reading and writing are two different things. She said, well, we know where to start with you. And I don't know what the guy's name is. He had a stroke and really bad. And he has his own book. And he can only talk with one eye. And he read a whole book on one eye. And she said, if you can someone do that, you can write a book. I said, that makes sense. Skipped ahead. Me and Chelsea were talking. I'm getting better. And I said, I want to tell you this. Before I had a stroke, I talk really fast. Like, I'm like really fast. And she was, it wasn't, this is the way I talk, and it was really bad. And I said, I have to talk to my friends. So I'll talk to my friends and listen. You know, I had a stroke and I'm getting better. It's like, yeah, I know you're getting better, and I'm good for you to get better. Like, yeah, I understand, and thank you. But I want to talk about before I had a stroke. What was I talking about with stuff? Like, how can anyone talk as fast as I was before? I don't even know what I was talking about then. Now, it's like now that I'm kind of a little clearer. What I was saying to you And every one of my friends will laugh like, I don't know. I mean, what do you mean you don't know? Like, no one should talk to someone like this to other people. Like, you can't talk like that. Like saying blah, 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 blah. Like, I said, well, it was you. So I knew a lot of times we were saying like, well, I say this, my bad. My bad, man. There's no reason why someone to talk so fast to someone else. And it was me. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you. And every one of my persons laughed. Look at this. But the funny thing is, some of my friends nowadays, he said, now they're getting better. Did you know that's how normal people talk? Clear? I was like, yeah, I get it. Like, no one can talk that fast. Like, I get it. I get it. Like, people shouldn't talk like that. And I understand. You're getting your point. I got it. I laugh. So, there's a little voice of saying, these are things that happened to me. What happened to you? You should talk about it. Or talk about anything else. See you soon.
Now remember, subscribe please.